Yesterday was interesting. We had an area right here under these stairs where we had a hump in the wall, and we knew there was a wall-hung commode that's in the adjacent room, and we suspected there was a plumbing issue that was forcing the sheetrock to have a hump in it. It was actually right in this area right here, so we kind of knew that there was some problem. So we decided to take the sheetrock, actually it was OSB that someone had installed. We decided to take the OSB off and look behind it and find out what was forcing it out. And here's what we found. Whoever put the OSB on tried to get the hump out, and what they did was just stick a bunch of screws in the OSB. Well, it ends up that those screws went right into the back of the tank of the wall-hung toilet. It's amazing. This is not a replaceable item. I've already talked to the plumbing company, and they said you have to replace the entire toilet. So that was a really dumb mistake, and it was another one of these things that we keep finding on this project that is, I think, from people that just, I think they're just weren't supervised. I think nobody was out here thinking through things. They were just doing things without anybody really being in charge. This is another reason when you are going to remodel your house or build a house that you make sure that there's somebody that is in charge, that knows something about how to build a house or remodel a house, and can, be a little tiny bit analytical and not just go poking around behind toilets. I knew immediately, actually had told the owner when I saw the hump in the wall and the fact that the toilet was in there, that I told him that I was concerned about the screws I saw in the plywood, because I could see that they were right behind the toilet. I feared that they were going to be screwed through into this tank. And that's in fact what happened. So if a person had been in charge and they had thought through that same thing, that never would have happened. But that wasn't the case. So also, when we look at this wall, what we're seeing that was put in to support these metal stairs, and it comes down and it's bolted down like it should be, except that they bolted it to wood. Now, my rule of thumb has always been steel to steel or steel to concrete. I never like having steel to wood, and there's a reason for that. Wood compresses, and when it compresses, it changes, whatever's on it moves, it compresses with it. And so it's not, particularly for an application like this, it's just not a really good idea ever to have a product like this. Steel does not compress, it's not fibrous. Concrete doesn't compress, but the wood does. It's almost like having a cushion in between the two materials. I preferred that steel be sitting down on the concrete and bolted to the concrete, and I think most engineers would agree with me, but it's not. So also, they came in and they needed to put some wood blocking in here for this, but you can see right here, I don't know how well you can see it in this picture, but this block moves. It's loose. And that's not a good thing. There's no way that you're ever going to have secure sheetrock or whatever you have on this wall with that wood moving. So we're going to have to do something about that. This post that they have right here, they simply cut it. They just cut it. They put a 2x4 block they cut these two studs and put that block under it. It might be okay if there's a steel piece of flat steel right here that holds these things together. So it would be probably okay if it was bolted to that steel, because that steel will support it. But I can't tell that they did that. I don't know if they ever did. The way it looks right now is that we have some sort of at least small structural problem, because we have this big crack developing right here in the ceiling. Pretty much that crack, you can see a little crack where it turns right there. Right by that light fixture. It actually lines up exactly with this little area, somewhere right in here. That's concerning to me, because this has been a problem we've been noticing since we've been here, is this crack developing and getting larger really kind of by the day. So we have some sort of a movement issue right there that could be caused by the fact that someone just kind of randomly cut and removed some structural elements right here. So we'll have to look into that and see what's causing that. We may have a little bit more work here than we know. Anyway, that's our project today is to get this figured out. I think we're going to have to replace this entire wall hung commode. I don't think that my client is going to be very happy to hear that, because that ranges in cost from about $900 to $1,500, depending on what brand you get. So we'll have to see what we can do with that. If you're enjoying these videos, keep watching, subscribe, stay up with it. Rescue house files have been interesting by the day, so we'll keep doing them. And check out Remodel Revolution Radio. We're here for you.